Housing and rent. I would say the most important topic when you move from one country to another. And especially if you're moving to the country like Norway. It's much better to know well in advance how much of your budget to allocate on a vital thing like housing and rent. So, in today's video, how much your rent will be in Oslo and nearby, and how much does it currently cost to rent an apartment in Oslo, Bergen and Trondheim. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Anna and I spent more than 3 years living in Norway, and currently I live between 4 countries: Norway, France, England and Italy. Today we're in Rome, but still I know exactly what you want. You want to know everything about Norway before you actually relocating to this gorgeous country. And today I decided to help you with some rental situation. What's happening currently in Norway, how much you need to keep in mind for your budget, and all of this useful information in this video. I mentioned this before a million times on this channel that the highest rent you can possibly get in Norway will be in Oslo. And considering that lots of work these days happening remotely and you can work from home, I would recommend you guys to search some places close to Oslo, but not in the very city center. So today I want to give you an indication what are the places you can consider when you're moving to Norway. You can work in Oslo city center, but those places, yes, it will take a little bit of time to commute. They're quite close to Oslo, but your rent will be much cheaper than in Oslo city center. So if you're planning to work in Oslo, but you prefer staying outside the city center, there are several great locations to consider for you. How much does it cost to rent your house in one of the commutest area of Oslo? Commuter towns, I should say. Oslo is a great city for many reasons, but it's not for everyone. And one obvious downside of living in the capital of Norway, that it is also a home for the highest rents in Norway. The cost of being a tenant in Oslo is so great that many of us better consider living outside city center and commuting in for work, trying to save some money. Others can also have their eyes off living outside the city and they just prefer smaller towns or want to be closer to the nature. All across Norway, the rental price for 2 bedrooms apartment in August was, on average, $1,350, while in Oslo, the same 2 bedrooms rental apartment will cost to the tenant $1,500. And the size of that 2-bedroom apartment in Oslo, I guarantee, will be much smaller compared to what you can get if you're renting outside. By comparison, in Drammen, this is a city in Norway which is 30 minutes train journey from Oslo. 2-room apartment in August costed a little bit above $1,000. And the town is super cool, by the way. I really love Drammen. A 3-room apartment was on the market in August on average $1,443. The cost of a detached house was slightly bit more than the price of a flat in Oslo, $1,741. Those who wish to rent a room should be expected to pay from $460 to $700 per month for a room. On the famous Norwegian website finn.no, you can see all the listings in Drammen. An additional cost in Drammen is the season ticket between the town and Oslo. Currently this cost is about $1,600 per year. Asker offers the best of both worlds. It is a home to beaches, coastal areas and also forests and woods. This town also boasts several famous residents, with Crown Prince Haakon of Norway being the most notable of them all. Maybe I will stay there next time I'm coming to Norway. Interesting idea. What do you think? Guys, by the way, do you want to see my videos from Norway? And I'm going there in a few weeks' time and I will stay there for a month or so. So if you have any questions about current life in Norway, current employment market there, housing situation, you know exactly what to do. Drop me a comment in the comment section down below or approach me directly via my email. All my contact details are here and also in the description to this video. By the way, By the end of this year, I decided to run free consulting for you guys. Places are limited. I can handle only particular number of people. It's all happening only in 2023. Please drop me an email with 5 key questions you have about your relocation. I will contact you directly and we will arrange the exact time which will work for both of us. This consultation will be absolutely free of charge, so take your chance. Send me an email, like this video, smash the like button and let's carry on. The train journey from Oslo to Asker takes about 20 minutes and the seasonal ticket between Oslo and Asker costs about $1,400. Another very interesting place to consider in Norway, close to Oslo, is Bærum. Bærum borders with Oslo and it's a very short drive to the capital. Bærum is a home for some wealthiest residents of Norway and several commuter towns like Sandvika, Bekkestua and Fornebu. I also like Fornebu actually. I've been there once and it looks amazing. I love that. Modern buildings right next to the water. Living in Asker or Bærum is quite pricier than living in Drammen, but significantly cheaper than living in Oslo. According to the figures this year, a 2-room apartment in Asker or in Bærum will be about $1,270 per month. A 3-room apartment will be a little bit pricier and will take about $1,660. A detached house in those areas will take tenant to another level of pricing and will cost about $2,570. For those of you who are thinking for opting for Bærum above Asker, it might be possible to even take a bus or a tram to the city center. For more in-depth prices in both Asker and Bærum, I recommend you going to finn.no website and check all the listings over there yourself, whatever suits you. Lillestrøm. It's also not too far from the border of Oslo and Viken County. It's about 25 minutes driving session or about 10 minutes by train. A season ticket for the train will cost you about $1,410, an equivalent. Unfortunately, none of Norwegian major rental agencies keep any figures about average rental price in Lillestrøm. However, a 2-room apartment there in a city center can fetch between $1,266 and $1,406, certainly per month. This also includes newer apartments finished to a high modern standard. However, 2-room properties can be found for lower price, around $1,031 per month. 3-room properties range in price from $1,406 to $1,781. The going rate for a detached house ranges from $1,875 to $2,344. For a typical family home, according to the data I collected from finn.no. The town Ski is located in southeast of Oslo, just a 30-minute drive or 12 minutes train journey from the city center. The season ticket here costs pretty much the same as in Drammen. And Asker, which is about $1,400 a year. A studio apartment here will cost you roughly $1,031 to $1,125 per month. Apartments here are not too much more expensive. The cost of reasonably sized apartment in Ski was approximately $1,300 per month during the time of me filming this. Slightly larger apartment with a garage and some other amenities was on the market for about $1,406 per month according to finn.no. Well, if you're making your way to relocate to Norway, you know that there are 3 major cities people planning to live when they're moving to Norway. The capital Oslo, second capital Bergen and Trondheim. And also in this video I want to answer the most popular questions regarding rent there. How much does it currently cost to rent an apartment in cities of Oslo, Bergen and Trondheim? A lack of supply and significant demand has been certainly attributed to rising prices for rent in the largest cities in Norway. So, how much does it cost to rent a place in Oslo, Bergen and Trondheim? Unfortunately, the cost of renting has increased dramatically over the past years. According to some figures from the same listing website Finn.no, the cost of renting in Oslo alone has increased by 25.5% just over the past 4 years. It was also reported earlier this year that surging rent prices also contributed to a rise in inquiries over illegal rent increases. One of the main contributors to this increase is the drop of housing supply over past years, changes to tax rules on second homes, and increased interest rates. Energy prices and inflation mean then more second homes being sold rather than let out. This is compounded by the low levels of house buildings in some cities around Norway, like Oslo, for example, of course. With such pressure on the rental market, it can be hard to know what the going rate for a place is. In Oslo, the average price for a one-room apartment through the rental agency Megleren was around $1,136 in August this year, an almost 10% increase compared to the last year. The average monthly let for 2 rooms apartment was around $1,520. 3-room flats cost the tenants about $1,860 per month. If you need more space or more room, you should expect to pay $2,505 per month for 4 rooms accommodation. A detached house was a bit more, $2,857 per month. Over the past year, the cost of detached houses actually became cheaper. Figures from the rental platform Hybel show that the cost of renting a room in shared house in Oslo was about $675 per month. Its figures for other property types in the capital were comparable with Megleren, if not slightly lower. The cost of the room in Bergen on the west coast is significantly cheaper. According to Hybel's figures, there a place in a flat share will be around $516 per month. A one-room platform was slightly comparable to Oslo, costing around $1,093 per month. Unfortunately, Megleren did not have data for spots in flat shares or single-room apartments. However, their figures for 2-bedroom accommodation shows the tenants paid on average of $1,263. A 2-room place in Bergen has increased by more than 10% in the recent year. Larger 3-room properties were cheaper for almost $500 compared to similar properties in Oslo, with the local landlords asking for $1,454 per month. A 4-room demanded on average of $1,905 per month, and a detached house cost slightly bit more, about $2,000 per month. In Norway's third biggest city, Trondheim, the cost of the room was approximately $523 each month. According to our favorite Hybel, again, a one-room place was significantly cheaper than in both Oslo and Bergen, costing about $855 per month. The figures from 2 rental agencies show that the cost of one-room place in the city of central Norway is between $750 and $850 on average. The apartment with 2 rooms was on the market for around $1,116. A 3-room place cost between $1,300 and $1,500 per month. Unfortunately, data for 4 rooms place was not available, although a detached house in Trondheim cost about $1,500 per month. Well, in my own opinion, pricing on rental houses in Norway doesn't sound too bad compared to places like London or even Paris. It's much cheaper compared to those places, even in Oslo. What do you think, guys? Why are you planning to move to Norway? Where are you from? What's your current occupation? And what's your plan about Norway? Are you going to find a job there or start your business? Please let me know in the comments down below. Or if your case is more specific and you would like to get my advice in private, feel free to arrange a private consultation with myself. All my contact details in the description to this video. Thank you so much for being with me today. I wish you an amazing week ahead and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye for now.